Everyone, I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be front loading with astrology. I'm going to timestamp below. As I always recommend, you guys should always watch your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus. So if you watch for your other signs, just be sure to check the timestamp below, because I'm going to be timestamping for the three different sections of these readings. The astrology, which is going to be the same front load for all the signs. Then I'm going to do a career spread and then relationship spread for each of the signs, okay? So I'm doing it this way, guys, because honestly, in my opinion, there is so much going on the first week of April. And actually, there's just so much stuff going on now. We all know about that. And I don't want to be, and it's no fear mongering here, nothing like that. I just want to talk about the energy that's going to be happening and keeping it real, given the current state of affairs. Let's talk about how things are going to be rolling out for most of us. So we have a lot of stuff going on, particularly in the 3, 4th, and 7th, that I think very worth mentioning, which is why I wanted to do a little bit of a different segment. So so this is going to be general messages for April 1st through the 7th, but this is very specific astrology that I'm going to be starting with, okay? So on April 3rd, we have Venus entering Gemini. So Venus is in Gemini from April 3rd to August 7th, 2020. It's kind of a pretty long transit here. So in Gemini, we want to do a little bit of everything. Curiosity motivates us on a romantic and social level. Variety and the desire to mentally sort of like flutter around is the attitude right now. We're feeling very sociable, communicative, very interested in things, different things. We can be very animated and fun, but we may also be keeping our distance, yes, on an emotional and a physical level, right, as we have to do right now. But this is not going to be a very short transit, guys. This is going to be going on for a bit. So attractions may begin now with words, as we tend to bond more readily on a mental level, right, with Venus and Gemini. The shadow side of Gemini is fickleness. So that's just like a little heads up, because this is about a desire for some superficial fun. So if you feel like a little fickle at this point, just understand that it is the energy right now. And then also on April 3rd, we have Mercury and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. So here, hidden information is going to be coming to light, realizations that you're not as clear about the future and moving forward as you were. You know, this could be very confusing. There could be confusion here having to do with some sort of emotional interactions or experiences. A lot of us are going to be having some pretty profound spiritual insights, artistic inspiration, right? A lot of us, especially if you're used to going out of the house all the time to go to work and to do different things, and you have this other kind of time where your job doesn't allow you to work from home. You may be in the space of having this extra time where artistic inspiration is going to be hitting you. It's just a lot of realizations regarding romance are all just more likely in the days around this transit. So this can also manifest, though, guys, as allowing yourself to get lost in some kind of communication via the internet, through writing, talking on the phone. Because remember, Mercury rules the communication on the internet. Uranus rules technology, but Mercury rules the actual like exchange that we have, like via social media. So like talking on the phone, maybe doing some writing. But you could also feel pulled back to the past in a way that incites self-doubt, which is a very interesting part of this energy together. Because remember, Mercury also rules the past, and then we have Neptune, which is all about lack of clarity, looking through reality through a dirty mirror. So it could be, if for those of you who are doing some reflection maybe on the past, it could be this lack of clarity from the past. It could be having this new sort of feeling of, or resurfacing of some sort of self-doubt. And this can manifest, though, as both a challenge and a blessing at the same time, right? Everything that I'm saying, because you can feel more creative, more communicative, but at the same time, you can be pulling back by something in your memory. So, very interesting energy in that way, guys. This is why I wanted to front load and sort of, give this out to the collective, and then see where these planets fall in your chart. Then going forward to April 4th, we have Venus in Gemini trining Saturn in Aquarius. So this is a great energy to communicate with someone or about something in a different way. So this time could be great since it does a link to money, right? Love, because that's Venus. Venus is love, money, and it's also self-esteem with very positive long-term outcomes or gains. That's where Saturn comes in, right? So this positive circumstance or idea can be solidified or locked in thanks to another transit happening on the 4th, which is Jupiter and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. So this, guys, represents maximum manifestation. It really does. A lot of karmic energy going on here. Karmic luck and expansion that will create and lay the groundwork for a transformation that's both benefic and long lasting because Saturn is in there. So remember, even when something feels restrictive or like you have that metaphorical harness on you, once you get through it, once you get through any of that Saturn energy, that's where the long lasting gifts are, right? So now that's really great. The flip side could manifest though as a criticism or restriction regarding a situation that creates a feeling of frustration. So many of us will be feeling a major wake-up call in this energy, plus what will feel like this spontaneous burning off of big karma. So very cool energy. It's a mixed bag, but ultimately the outcome is really good. And then if that's not enough, I mean, honestly, April 4th is a big day because there's good energy and then there's like a little bit of crazy energy. So it's a big day. Because then also on the 4th, we have Jupiter conjunct Pluto. All right, guys, we got to talk about this for a minute. This is a longer term aspect. It's going to be happening a few times this year. There's this increased need for shared interests with others, as well as for kind of like more adventurous undertaking. Right? And it's us really striving for a greater personal significance than where we're at right now. Benefits can come through those in authority, from government, any sort of governmental body. Definitely a time of personal growth and expansion. This can be an ambitious time when a desire for success is super, super strong. So the ability to sway or persuade is really, really enhanced right now. So again, it does also depend on where these fall in your chart. But one of the most positive uses of this transit is this drive to better ourselves. So we might solve a problem that's been in existence for some time or capitalize on some resources that were previously hidden that we're just finding out about. Social and material goals may come into strong focus right now. Really, reforming something about your life is just a great way of saying it. Now, our faith may be reborn or developed strongly right now. We might decide to invest our time and energy and possibly money into some sort of ambitious new project. We should definitely take advantage of this increased drive that this transit brings, but you want to avoid the tendency towards self-righteousness, towards exaggeration and obsession. So the thing is here, and this is really important, if you act in any sort of like extreme righteous way or ruthless way or obsessive way, you're likely to manifest negative energy to act against you. So that could include trouble from any sort of superior, government authority, even the law. But if you act morally and ethically, you're going to grow spiritually and materially. Absolutely. Because this transit generally favors big business, the law, grants, taxes, education. A lot of us get that kick up to July 15th here in the States for our taxes, so that's good. Education, any sort of commerce, really good. Increased influence, faith, insight are all very likely now. Now, I do want to say, as an aside, right, my own little opinion here, this Jupiter and Pluto conjunction should be somewhat distinct from the ones that we've had previously in previous eras, because Saturn is in the mix, as well as being in Saturn's own sign of Capricorn. So it should really be more understood as a Jupiter-Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and they're going to all be fairly in pretty close proximity throughout 2020. The last time Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto were in this close in tropical Capricorn was in 1894, guys, like honestly, and the next time is going to be in 2755. So it's a pretty rare event. This is not something that rolls around, once a year or a couple of times a year. So here, if Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions typically expand discovery and situations and realizations, then the presence of Saturn in there is going to suggest that there's going to be some element of contraction or limit or boundaries imposed. So it could certainly feel like a bit of a bummer in some way to some of us, depending on how we look at it, because many of us are going to be feeling like we're involved in something that has reached its cosmic expiration date. So it could be a relationship situation, a career. It's going to be different for all of us, but it's going to feel like a maximum resolution with maximum magnification is allowing us to recognize something for what it really is. So, you know, really, like, is it time to end that relationship once and for all? Or is it time to fix that relationship once and for all? Is it time to solidify that career change once and for all? Is it time to mend that family situation once and for all? It really is something being pushed towards its expiration that nobody's really talking about, but I mean, I'm seeing it very clearly in these placements. And then on the 7th also, we have Mars in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus. So it's going to be a strong desire to move forward in a new, fresh, and exciting way, right? This strong desire, right? But it's going to be squaring with your ability to push it forward in the 3D. So you may feel that your desire to move forward in a way might be at odds with some changes that are being made in your practical everyday. And I think that's going on right now for pretty much all of us, really, right? That's sort of like a general collective message where we're all feeling like we want to push forward and do something in a certain way, but the reality of our 3D, of that earthy Taurus every day-to-day energy is being reconstructed for us right now, at least temporarily. So you can have this, you know, desires and reality can be fighting with each other. So you just want to be careful, because the egos are more likely to flare with the negative outcomes in this energy. And it could be just because everybody's getting so frustrated because of the situations that are going on. And then the last big thing we do need to talk about, which I think is really amazing, is the full moon in Libra. And, you know, Libra's ruled by Venus. Libra is the 7th house, which is relationships, right? So, and remember, a full moon occurs when the sun here, the sun in Aries, is going to be forming an opposition to the moon in Libra here, okay? So the full moon is a time of culmination and promise of fulfillment that we always talk about, of that which started at the new moon, right? So it's an emotional time of romance, definitely fertilization or relationships. So the new moon was all about you, and now it's time to strike a balance between your needs with the needs of another. Because Libra, again, rules that 7th house of important one-to-one relationships. So it could be a marriage partner, it could be any sort of significant other, business partner, even an adversary, guys, right? Any sort of important relationship. So this energy should be used to compromise and negotiate. Partnership tests are possible now, but so is the chance to truly, truly connect in a much deeper and more profound way. So really good stuff, guys. There's a lot going on just in this first week of April. So I hope this was helpful. I'm actually going to, I think, link this stuff in these dates with the descriptions in the description box below. But now let's go pull cards for each of your signs. Hi Libra, thank you so much for joining me. So this is going to be a general message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to be doing one career spread, and then I'm going to sweep that and do a relationship only. Definitely check your Rising, Sun, Moon, Sign, and Venus. And when you do, remember I did front load all the videos with the astrology, so just fast forward to that. The general messages, guys, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't, and the energy can always be flip-flop. So let's pull a Black Moon Tarot for a crowning energy for your career spread. Neptune, sacrifice. Okay, so Neptune is also about lack of clarity. Neptune rules Pisces, which is that 12th house, right? It's that house of self-undoing. It's where addictions hang out. It's also where our dreams and our wishes, things that we really want for ourselves, hangs out, right? But the idea of sacrifice is very much like a Piscean energy. It's giving and giving and giving, right? It's always just giving and giving. So let's see how it ends up manifesting in the spread. This idea of sacrifice. Okay, Libra. Hope you guys are doing okay. Tough times we're in right now. I know a lot of people are having their employment impacted, which is why I'm doing a separate spread. Let's see what kind of energy we can get. Okay, the Emperor energy, crossed by the 6 of Swords. Okay. So having to do with your employment, this tells me that you were doing something, you're on a path to doing exactly what it is that you're meant to do, because that is the Chariot energy. It's being on that right path. It's Cancer energy. So it's being on that path to going towards that metaphorical home space where you're supposed to be, right? It's that fourth house energy. It's safety. So you being in a job that at least brought you safety, if nothing else, it brought you safety, and something that you did feel comfortable doing it. You know, that was in the past. Now, right now, the current situation is the Emperor energy being crossed by the Six of Swords in the reverse. So the Emperor energy is really having a very strong fire in your belly to move something forward, feeling a very strong initiative to move forward in a new way. The Emperor energy, it's an Aries energy, right? So it's about the Aries are the leaders of the zodiac. They are, it's all about having the strong initiative, the strong fire in the belly. Maybe not always thinking everything through 100%, but definitely having that passion there to move something forward. So you have this desire to move something forward, right? But it's being crossed by the Six of Swords in reverse, which indicates a moving away from something that's toxic, right? At least for the time, right? Because this is a minor arcana, so it doesn't have, and even if it's only mental, you moving away from something that you were in. So I feel like you were doing something that did bring you at least relative safety, where you felt like good about what you were doing as far as feeling connected to it. And you have this fire in your belly now to do something different. But there's this, you're being crossed by this idea that there needs to be a moving away from whatever it is right now as far as this new path and this new initiative. So to me, I'm understanding this as being kind of like putting the brakes on a little bit here. Now, the energy that is crowning you, right, in your higher consciousness here is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So Knight of Swords is Capricorn and Aquarius energy. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is about restriction. Capricorn is work, right? Saturn is about restriction, about putting in hard work. It's about slow. And then Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is all about doing something differently and out of the box, right? But it is this idea of working in a different way, and being in the reverse. This is telling me that this is not happening for you right now. Now, this could be because some information is not coming in, because swords is communication. This could be because somebody is not being very honest with you, not telling you all the information of what's going on, you feeling like you don't have all the information. And this indicates to me a little bit of confusion here. Now, the foundation energy, we have the Fool. Now, the Fool in the upright is about taking a calculated risk in a new way. That's why the Fool is a Uranus energy. It's all about doing something different. It's trying a new path. It's trying something different. And in the reverse, this tells me that you're not trying anything different. So we have these two ideas here of sort of like a standing still energy is what I'm getting here. Okay. Now, representing you in the career, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Cups energy is, the cup is all about emotions, right? And we're talking about a career. It is we want to feel emotionally connected to what we're doing, right? So you right now, you're feeling, as with the Knight is a very, come on, let's go kind of energy. But this is an Aquarius and Pisces. So again, Aquarius being ruled by Uranus is, you're looking to do something different than what you've been doing. You're looking to chase your dream here. I mean, it really is as simple as that. Because again, Aquarius doing something different. Pisces is about, Neptune does rule Pisces, so this could be where this is, right? Where this is the connection here. But Pisces rules what we feel in our subconscious. Is what we really want for ourselves moving forward. But there's always this lack of clarity about it. You know, it's like you don't have everything figured out other than your strong desire to move forward in a certain direction. That is definitely what you do know, that you very much want something, right? But you're in this space right now because of that Pisces energy being ruled by Neptune of sacrifice. You're needing to sacrifice something, sacrificing this forward movement that you're feeling pulled to. But you just can't do it right now. And it could be because of the restriction of the virus, or it could be restriction because of money that you need to push something forward, having nothing to do with the virus. But there is this idea of I'm getting like a feeling of stagnation, yet there's this fire in your belly to move things forward. Now, external to you, the energy external to you is a Hermit card. So this could be a Virgo that you're dealing with external to you. But this is also, the Hermit energy is about retreating and taking some space to actually think and be alone, right? That is the Hermit energy, to think things through. So some of you may be dealing with a boss, employees, employer, customers, whatever it is, where everybody's sort of in the space of retreating right now. And this is deeply impacting you. You really want to move forward in something, but everybody's sort of like in retreat mode. Okay, and then external to, in your fear position, we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So you're just so afraid of not getting your wish fulfillment. And that makes sense. You're just afraid of how everything's going to come out. Now, the outcome energy for this is the 10 of Coins in reverse. Okay, so this is a Mercury and Virgo card. So Mercury does not only rule... well, first of all, Pentacles is not only about money. Let's break it down from the beginning. Pentacles is not only about money. It is money here because it's a career read, but it's also feeling supported and connected while you're involved in something. Okay, so that's first of all. Okay, and it's a Mercury and Virgo energy. So the Pentacle energy that's connected to the Virgo. Virgo is a Pentacle energy, but Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So it's a Mercury and Virgo. So there's double Mercury going on here. Mercury is about not only communication, but it's about moving forward in the near future. So the fact that this is reversed tells me that there's not going to be a forward movement in the near future in a way that's going to bring you money. Okay? And then we have the 9 of Swords energy. So there's a lot of anxiety about this, guys. This is the 3 a.m. card. This is where anxiety could even be some depression, a lot of rumination, a lot of, how can I fix this kind of energy? And I like to think of it like, rather than you just letting your wheels go and go and go, it's a Mars and Gemini energy. Remember now, Gemini is the most intellectual sign. And they are best known for being able to look at their skill set and figure out how can they repurpose their skill set in a variety of ways, all right, in a new way, because it's Mars and Gemini. So it's trying to figure out a fresh perspective of how you can how you're able to use your skill set in a way that's going to feed your truth, right? And your truth is you need money, right? If this is your work, you need money. That's your truth. That's where the swords come in. So you're trying to think of different ways and trying to be, creative in that way. But let's get some outcome energy here. So yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice what it is that you want to do right now. What's been sort of like, even though you were on the right path, everything kind of like came to a halt and things need to be redressed. Okay. All right. Straight up, guys, I mean, there's a lot of synchronicity here. The Empress reverse. The Empress is the mother of the tarot, right? It's about coming up with an idea, growing it, pushing it forward. In reverse, this idea is not going to be pushed forward. Where you've been pushing your life, you need to press the halt button a little bit. We have the Queen of Coins energy. So this indicates that there is not money coming in like for your family right now, okay, in a very practical way. Queen of Pentacles is Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay, so this is about you having a fire in your belly to push something forward, right? But then Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's like, nope, we have some restriction going on here. We can't allow you to move forward in this right now. All right, in this way. But then we have the Magician, which is great, because this is Mercury. This is moving forward. This is an alchemical card, trying to figure things out in a different way. So you're really being encouraged here to put on that thinking cap and figure out a different way that you can utilize your skill set in a way that you're able to bring yourself money right now. Okay. Yeah, 9 of Coins in reverse. The Moon energy. Okay. Yeah, Oh, use your imagination. Libra, you're really being encouraged to use your imagination here. Because the Nine of Coins is about, you know, in reverse. This is about, you know, money not coming in right away in the near future, right? Because this is a Venus and Virgo energy. So in the reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups. Page indicates a new cycle. You're not feeling very emotionally connected to this next cycle, but it's something that you have to do. We have the Moon energy. The Moon is everything that we feel in private and deep inside, but it is also a Pisces energy, which is connected to Neptune, right? So you really need to use your imagination here and understand that for the moment, you're going to have to just sacrifice what it is that you want to do in order to move things forward. So what is Pisces going to end up doing? Oh, Pisces. I'm looking at the Pisces energy because of the Moon. What is the Libra going to end up doing here? Knight of Swords. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, I like the Knight of Swords. It's a Taurus and Gemini energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is one of the, you know, one of the money planets. So I do like that. So there is a moving forward. Gemini energy, Mercury moving forward. Okay, more specifically. Okay, so you're going to end up having to do something that you're not entirely happy about, but it is going to end up bringing you some money that you need for now. And that's all it is. This is a temporary sacrifice that you're going to have to make. Because the Page of Wands is well and moving forward, and you know, in the reverse, there's a lack of passion about moving forward. It indicates delay, but a little bit of like dragging the feet energy, but that you have to just do it. Yeah. And the Hangman. I mean, the Hangman is a Neptune energy, and we have Neptune, right? This is the closing energy, and this is the starting energy. These are both Neptune. And there's a lack of clarity here. There's a lack of clarity. I mean, that's what Neptune is. Trying to get clarity through a window, but the window's really dirty, so you can't see everything. Feeling like you're not completely settled. So you're going to have to short-term sacrifice, but I feel like something is, with this Knight of Swords energy, something is going to be coming to you that you're going to have to do just for now. But listen, that's better than nothing for those of you who are in a position where you need to make some adjustments right now, for sure. All right, so let's go into Virgo and Virgo. Maybe calling everybody else. Libra. I'm really sorry if that is your situation. Hopefully it's not going to resonate with everybody. You don't normally say that, right? But I don't want that to resonate with, but it's resonating with somebody, that much I know. Okay, for relationships, Saturn. Yeah, listen, I mean, a lot of times if things are going a little wonky with us at work, things are going to go a little wonky in our relationships. Wherever Saturn is, there's restriction, there's slow movement, but there is also the biggest blessings on the other side. So, not the easiest energy to navigate right now. So, okay. You can be dealing with Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn, because Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn's also the devil energy, so there might be some sort of situation with the devil energy, like some sort of imbalance that's happening in your relationship right now. So that could be alcohol, drugs, addiction to, you know, gambling, sex, fear of intimacy, ego issues, control, fear of abandonment, codependency, anything like that. Narcissistic tendencies, anything like that can also be, you know, because Saturn rules Capricorn, Capricorn is the devil energy. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in the recent past. So the Hierophant reverse is really thinking through your belief system about something, you know, what you think relationship is supposed to be like. Now, this is in the past, thinking about what relationship is supposed to be like, and not feeling very connected here, because the Hierophant energy is connected astrologically to Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus is where our self-esteem hangs out. It's a love planet. And in the reverse, it's telling me that there were issues here in this connection, and it could be because of the imbalance, because of the restrictions, because of the hard work, that Saturn energy. But right now, the situation right now with the relationship is the Strength reverse being crossed by the Fool. Okay, so the Strength reverse is really fear. And a lot of times it's fear that shows up as like an egomaniac. Now, this doesn't mean you are. This just means that this is the energy of the relationship right now. So there's fear here. There's fear being crossed by this understanding that something needs to be done differently, because this is Uranus energy. And the Fool is about taking that calculated risk to move forward, but in a different way. It's always in a different way. So whatever was happening up to this point can't continue happening. There needs to be things that have been shaken up and need to be handled in a different way. So the thing that could be shaken up could simply be like life because of the virus, right? But there's a lot of fear here. Now we have the Nine of Cups, which is the energy of wish fulfillment. In the reverse is the crowning energy. So you very much feeling like being in this relationship, in this connection, you're not going to actually have your needs met over the long term. And this is you really coming to terms with this. This is a Jupiter and Pisces energy, right? So Jupiter is all about luck and expansion, rules Sagittarius. It's about moving forward with integrity, and you feeling like that's just really not going to happen. You know, but the foundation here is the Six of Coins energy, and this is because you really don't feel supported by your partner. The Six of Coins in the upright is like, I have your back, you have mine, and here it's you might have their back, but they don't have yours, or they might have your back, but you don't have theirs. For whatever reason, there is the idea of mental, emotional, and physical connection missing, right? This could also be somebody not showing up with the finances in the way that you know they can. So this is not about you being angry with somebody because whatever, they lost their job or because of some unforeseen circumstance. It's not about that. It's about you recognizing that there is capability beyond than what's being exercised, and it's not being brought to the table. That's going to resonate with some of you. Representing you right now in this relationship is the Knight of Swords, right? So I kind of like this for you. This is a Taurus and Gemini energy. This is you being very focused on moving forward. Gemini, being ruled by Mercury, is about moving forward in the short term. It's about communication. It's about living in your truth. And Taurus, being ruled by Venus, is about you tapping into your, how do you feel about being in this connection and valuing your self-esteem more than you ever have before, which is really healthy. And you being very focused on what it means to have a healthier relationship and recognizing the truth of the matter is what you've been going through in this connection is not good for you. And this is you very much embracing that reality, that truth. Now, the energy external to you is the Moon in reverse. So the Moon in reverse, this is, first of all, the Moon is connected to Pisces in the tarot, and the Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is all about escapism. It's where a lot of times where some sort of like addictions hang out, anything like that, any sort of escapism. But it is also where fantasies are, where our ability to imagine and think very deeply into the subconscious. And I do like the Moon energy reverse better than in the upright, because this indicates to me that whoever it is that you're dealing with, there's realizations coming to light here about things that they've been feeling deep inside. They're realizing things. There are realizations happening here. There are definitely realizations happening. Because it's everything that we do in private, things that we feel in private, these things, because again, Pisces energy is the house of self-undoing. Pisces are a beautiful energy. I'm just saying that in the 12th house is this idea of self-undoing. And it's the idea of doing things in secret, right? And this idea of trying to be other than, who or what they are, right? But all of this kind of coming to light, right? There's no choice, but where this reality is just dropping out. And that's external. That's not you. You're the Knight of Swords. You're about like getting in touch with the truth, slicing through the truth, slicing through the nonsense. Now, your fear is the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor reverse is the energy of the narcissist. This is the energy of somebody who can't get out of their own way, who gaslights, who deflects, okay? Of somebody who continuously sabotages a situation. And they don't own their stuff. So while there might be some admittance going on, I'm feeling like it's not going to be the type of admittance and coming clean that's going to be really very satisfactory to you. I don't feel like, because you guys are going to end up in this Five of Swords energy, and this is going to be you saying, yeah, things are going to be different. How exactly? Explain to me. What's your game plan? Because this is a Venus and Aquarius energy. Aquarius being ruled by Uranus is like, oh, now we need to do things differently. Totally different than how they've been. And what is that going to look like? Because the swords are truth, it's communication, and 5 is conflict. So this is going to be, let's call it a heavy discussion about, if you move forward with them, what exactly is going to be different from what's been going on now, and how do they plan on doing that, right? But the conversation is going to be happening. And a lot of times, like I've been saying, I like the 5 of Swords more and more, because a lot of times this discussion ends up creating healing, because it's recognition that things can't continue the way they were. And I feel like whoever you're dealing with recognizes this with the Moon reverse energy. And then we have in the near future, we have the Queen of Cups, right, in the upright, which is great. We want a cup energy, and we want the cup energy upright. This is Gemini and Cancer. This is moving forward in this metaphorical home space. So feeling very connected. So I feel like you guys are going to have to go through some stuff throughout this period. I feel like, this is kind of like a throughout April kind of thing. Is in the moment right now, I feel like you're scared. And right now, you know that things are changing. But you're really, like right now, while you're watching this, you're really not even sure of what all that means. You're really not sure. But you do know that you're not willing to allow certain things to continue. You're just not. And, Saturn, again, where Saturn makes you work, when you put in the work, the biggest blessing is on the other side. It really is, guys. It really, really is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, some of the most solid relationship readings I do, people have Capricorn on their 7th house, which is that deep partnership, right? And Capricorn being ruled by Saturn, where it's really hard. And a lot of times it's definitely like a number of relationships had to be gone through before finding that final lasting one, right? But where it's such a beautiful, deep, solid connection that's just lasts forever. But it's a really hard go getting there. So let's get some outcome energies. I'm not going to accept any reversals, please. Okay, the Lovers, good. 3 of Wands, forward movement. The Hermit energy, I'm dealing with a Virgo. But the Hermit, yeah, is about taking that mental space. Everybody's in Hermit mode, for goodness sake, right now. So you guys are going to maintain Hermit mode. You're going to be forced to figure your stuff out. Lover's energy is about recognizing that you guys aren't perfect, that there is stuff to work on in the relationship, but that you're both committed to it. And the 3 of Wands is, talking about that it's a Sun in Aries, right? So Aries is about a fresh perspective and initiative to move forward in a new way. So epiphanies, ideas are going to be hitting you. So that's really nice. Time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So you guys just need some time. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. And then we have Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Guys, I have to tell you, I feel like this is the partner that you're dealing with, though. And I feel like in this Moon reverse energy, you're going to be discovering things that they want to do with you and the way they want to be for you. A lot of things are going to be surfacing here is really what I get here. Yeah, okay, my friends, that is what I have for you right now. Really nice love reading. Not the best space you're in right now, so you may not be thinking that this outcome is possible. And as I always say, Guys, this is what the energy offers. You don't have to join in. You could sit this round out. You know what I mean? It depends on the individual. This is a general message. If you know this person is not good for you, don't engage. That's all. It's, you know, but the energy does support. I see certainly this situation working out to your benefit. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Let cool heads prevail. Try to stay as positive as you possibly can. This too shall pass. Right? We've been through worse than this, have we not? As a people? Yeah, we have. All right. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.